Hi guys, welcome to my channel Nuestros. Today I want to tell you about something I'm really passionate about and something that really helped me, so I'm hoping it can help a lot of you guys as well. Personally, I have never really had really bad acne except during my puberty days, but after that everything was really normal. I would have a pimple every now and then, maybe on my chin or forehead from stress, tons of other reasons. A couple of months ago, I had a really bad breakout, and I don't know why, maybe from traveling a lot or not having a consistent diet, not drinking enough water. I needed to fix it fast because I was feeling so insecure. I felt that I needed to keep putting on makeup. So I did a lot of research, and I've been a fan of Korean beauty for a really long time because they're the leaders in the beauty industry, especially skincare, the whole Korean glass skincare routine, the 10-step process. But my friend actually said that she just got back from Korea and she reached out to Docfinder, and they're a company that pretty much specializes in taking foreigners to Korea and helping them out, finding all the right hospitals or clinics that they need, translating things, transporting them from the airport to your hotel, from hotel to the clinics and back. They're always with you and they translate everything. So they're kind of like holding your hand throughout the whole experience, and I felt like I really needed that because I was going alone. I wasn't going with my family or my friends, and I just really wanted to fix my skin. So I told them in an email all my problems. I said I want to fix my acne, which is the main problem. The second one would be the sagginess and aging, because I have white skin. So from all the sun damage and dehydration, my skin looked very tired and aged. Another problem is big pores, because I have combination type skin. So I have an oilier T-zone and dry around. So for me, it's really hard to find the right skincare products. So they sent me a list about 5 to 6 clinics to choose from, and they gave me the pros and cons to each one. I did my own research because I'm really detail oriented, and if I'm doing something for myself, I will do my research 10 times and then I'll pick something really carefully. Out of the whole list, I picked 3 clinics, and those are the ones that I was most curious about, and I decided that they were the ones that pretty much could help me out with all of my problems. So I told them, and they set up the consultation appointments for me, and they said these were the dates. So I flew into Korea. I got picked up from the airport. They dropped me off at my hotel, and afterwards they WhatsApped me. So they pretty much communicate with WhatsApp or Kakao chat. So they gave me a finalized schedule, and they're like, tomorrow you have 2 consultations, the next day you have 1, because I told them I don't want to waste any time. I want to do this fast. The faster I get rid of my acne and fix my skin, the better. So afterwards, the next day they pick me up. We go to the first 2 clinics, and to be honest, I did like them. I mean, yeah, they gave me a lot of package deals with things that I really wasn't looking for. So I felt like it would be a lot of extra strain on my skin, a lot of lasers I didn't need, a lot of painful treatments I didn't really necessarily want at that time, especially because I had my focus, my acne, aging, and dehydration. So the third one ended up being my chosen clinic, and it was ID Dermatology, and I'll tell you the reasons why I picked it. So ID Dermatology and the plastic surgery department, they're one of the most well-known and reputable hospitals in Asia. When I went to the consultation, they were really professional. I walked in, and I like how they have their own building, so it made it feel like it's not just an add-on to a plastic surgery clinic. It's not like, oh, we also provide dermatology. They specialize in it because it's a completely different building. They're kind of really separate from each other. So as soon as I walked in, they sit you down in their beautiful lobby, and they have their ID dermatology skincare products. And I really like that because I decided while I'm in Korea, I'm gonna, also follow the 10-step Korean beauty routine. Because why not? If I'm gonna already fix my skin in Korea, and all the Korean girls that I've seen that have perfect skin, I'm gonna do what they're doing because they're clearly doing something right. I was testing this out because they have the samples out, the testers, and you can sample it while you wait for your consultant and your doctor. So you give them your passport, you sign in, you sign a form. By the way, meanwhile, Docfinder is with me. My girl was Eugenia, my agent. She was always with me, and she was making sure that, she took my passport, gave it to them. If I had any questions, she would translate it to them, and they would give an answer, and she would translate it back to me. So I honestly didn't feel like, it's oh, I don't know any Korean. I hope I don't give them the wrong information, or they don't give me any information that I'm not understanding properly. It was really simple. So I really liked that about them. So while we were waiting, the consultant came in about 5 minutes, and she took me to a private room and we sat down, and they had their computer, they had their before and afters, they had their magazines, and I saw this girl in the magazine. I was like, I want that skin. Like, I want my skin to look like this. I was so kind of like impressed and happy when they were like, I don't know if we can guarantee that right away, but maybe eventually, because you obviously for skincare, it's not one of those like one time fixes all things. Like, you have to keep going back. It's an upkeeping process, right? At first, I didn't really tell her my concerns. I wanted to see what the consultant would, as a professional, what she would think I needed to get done. So I looked at her, she watched me, and she told me that I had very dehydrated skin. I obviously had active acne, and she said that they would prescribe this like prescription medication for me that you kind of just take once a day for about a month, and it should help with active acne, right? So she said I would recommend doing that and the treatments that we're recommending for you, so you don't have new acne after you get the treatments done to fix your current acne. So I was like, hell yeah, like definitely give me that prescription. Anything to battle it, I will do it. Afterwards, she also said that I had very tired skin. I had really big pores. Pretty much everything that I was looking for, she mentioned without me telling her about it. After that, she said, what are you looking for? And I told her the exact same thing. And I also, actually, I decided while I was there, I always had this like mole on my cheek. It was like a skin color mole. It never really bothered me, but I decided that sometimes when I do makeup or I take pictures, because it's skin color, I don't want to, fakely color it in, they could remove it for me. So they offered me these treatments. And I'm going to describe them all to you guys and why I did them and what do they combat, their benefits. Okay, so after the consultation, Docfinder told me to pretty much make my decision, and they recommended, the faster I do it, the faster they can set up the appointments to fix my skin. And I'm like, okay, so I pretty much knew as soon as I left ID Dermatology that that was the clinic I was gonna go with, just because I also met up with a doctor, and her name was Dr. Hyewon Jang, and she was the most adorable, beautiful person ever. I was like, oh my god, your skin's incredible. I was like, please make me look like that. So after I met Dr. Hyewon Jang, and she told me all the things that she was gonna do and the services that she was gonna provide for my skin, and explained, the pros and cons, the healing times, everything. So I felt like she really got me girl to girl. We had a really good connection, and I felt like I could be in safe hands with her with regards to my skin. Right after I told them that I picked ID Dermatology, Docfinder messaged me back with the days, and they said, because you want to get so many treatments for your skin, we're going to divide it into about 3 days. So the first day is going to be like an acne treatment. The second day would be all the intensive and invasive treatments. And the third treatment would be the deswelling treatment. So pardon me for having my phone out. I actually put a list of all the treatments and the order I did them in. So I'm going to be as detailed as I can about this, because I feel like a lot of people are suffering from acne, so I felt like if it helped me, I'm hoping it can help at least one of you. So for the first day, it was an acne treatment, and what they did was they took me to this room where I had my own locker. It was like my room for that whole session, and I could change. They gave me slippers just so you can lock your purse. Everything's very safe and secure. Okay, so now we're finally in a treatment room, and I'm going to tell you guys about this awesome bed, because it's self-warming and heating, and you can actually like choose a temperature, and you lie down and you fall asleep during the procedure. Even if it stings a little bit, it makes it that much better. My favorite thing about that room is obviously the heated bed. I was like, is it okay that I'm wearing makeup? And they were like, yeah, don't worry about it, we're gonna take it off for you. They're totally used to it. Even if you weren't, I think they would clean your face regardless, because they want to work on your face after they clean it professionally themselves. So they lay you down and they use aromatherapy, which is amazing. I was like, what is this? Why is she like doing these like motions above me? They're like, oh, that's for aromatherapy to relax you while we take off your makeup. I'm like, I was so happy because I love aromatherapy. I love essential oils. It really did relax me. They played obviously really nice music in the background. So I was like on the verge of falling asleep. So one of the things that really impressed me, and you guys might find this silly, the way they took off my mascara. They pretty much did it like eyelash by eyelash with a Q-tip, and I was like, yes, because I'm so paranoid about losing my eyelashes that I was so happy they did it that way, and I was like, I'm home. Finally home. My makeup is off, and I'm going to take the before and after photo. I'm not sure where, but
we need to go downstairs.
Oh. Going downstairs. Look how pretty the carpet is. Right after that, they brought in this machine, and I've never really done this treatment even in North America. So they used a high frequency spatula. They pretty much would remove like all the dirt and old debris from your skin. You can see in this video where like the skin actually comes off. The dirt is actually like coming off in like dust. It's crazy. My skin felt really clean and really good. So after that is when they did the scaling treatment. So that was before the laser. So what the scaling treatment is, basically exfoliates your dead skin. If you already have active acne, they would squeeze it out. It also has a light therapy, which is like this red LED light on top of you to calm down all the redness after the treatment, and they would put a cooling mask on your face. But the way they did it for me was, so first they did the scaling treatment, which is just the acid. After they squeezed off my pimples, which was, oh my god, it was like horrific. After I looked at myself in the mirror and the camera, I was like, oh my god. Let me describe this scaling liquid to you guys. If you've ever really had a cut and you put like alcohol or antiseptic or like Purell on it, and you know that stinging feeling, that's what it feels like on your face. It's not unbearable at all, but it's just a little bit uncomfortable. So they left that on for a few minutes to get it to work and activate. And then afterwards, we went to do the E2 laser. I know it looks scary. Laser's next. They use the radio frequency to regenerate your skin. So after all that other damage has been done, the laser actually helps to regenerate your skin, produce collagen. It's really good for acne, burns, scars, wrinkles around your eyes, around your mouth. So it's also supposed to improve your skin texture and tightens the skin, also shrinks your pores. So that laser seemed perfect for me. Now I'll tell you how the laser actually feels. If you guys have ever got laser hair removal, they use that that gel, the cooling gel, and then they run the laser tool above it. It kind of feels like that. It's just a little sting, but for me, I wasn't shocked, or it wasn't really painful for me. The doctor was so cute, Dr. Hyewon. She provided me this little plushy toy, and each room that they do the treatments in has them. And I was sitting and holding this cute little plushie, and I just felt like that was so Korea, you know, it's so adorable. That's why I love Korea. If it was painful, you squeeze the toy, so it was perfect for me. And now I want a toy like that anytime I do anything painful. So, you know, that's another plus. So after we were finished, they walked me back to my room and they laid me down, and that's when we did the red LED light therapy, where that would, like, you know, help calm down your skin, regenerate your skin, help the pores. That light does a ton of goodness. And after the light, they would do the cooling mask pack. That part I was actually skeptical about, because sometimes I have like really, really mild claustrophobia, but they were like, is it okay if we cover your eyes and your mouth? We will leave your nose open so you can breathe. And I was like, sure, because I'm very anxious. So for me, I was a little scared, but you know, Eugenia, they were like, it's gonna be fine. They put this like mesh thing on top of your face, and then they put this jelly-like cool mask, and they spatula it on, and it felt so good and relaxing. They put it on, I stayed in it for 15 minutes. They come back, just remove it in like one shot. Afterwards, they're like, okay, do you want moisturizing sunscreen? I'm like, yeah. They put it on, and I go back to my hotel. So the second day of treatments were all the painful and invasive treatments. So I decided, because I'm so sensitive to pain and I was so scared of everything, I was like, I asked them for other options. I was like, is there something that will take the pain away? Like, because Naman cream doesn't do it sometimes for especially things that like go real deep. And they're like, yeah, we can put you under sedation. And I was like, that's possible. I was so happy, because they don't really offer that in North America, especially for dermatology procedures. So the next morning I get picked up by Docfinder. They drive me over to the dermatology clinic. You see the doctor one more time before the actual sedation, and she just like has a follow-up consult with you. She just makes sure that she goes through all the things that we're going to be doing and all the, you know, the pros and cons, the healing times, everything, just to make sure I'm 100% sure about everything that I'm getting. So after that, I go to a different room, and that's where I lie down. I didn't really need to wear like one of those hospital gowns or anything, because it's just my face. You know, they take my blood, because I'm getting PRP, Ulthera, and a CO2 laser, and also a folate injection. And I'm gonna describe all of those for you guys. They started with Ulthera. The reason I chose Ulthera, it basically combats saggy skin around the lower face area, and especially like my chin and my neck and jaw. I wanted everything to be tightened. So it was basically a non-invasive facelift pretty much. And it's really cool because they use ultrasound to lift the skin. It also induces skin to generate collagen, and I really need that obviously because aging skin. And I was super excited for that. They said it's really, really painful if you're not good with pain. So I'm like, yep, we'll do that on the second day under sedation. The second thing they did was PRP. Now, while I was, getting prepped for sedation and the whole treatment set, they took my blood and they used some centrifuge plasma thing. I think it's like spins your blood really, really fast. So your blood kind of separates and there's like that yellow liquid I guess that's a plasma that they need to use for your face. So the reason I love PRP so much and I wanted to try it is because it's your natural things from your body. Like anything that comes out of you can be dangerous. It doesn't have chemicals, it doesn't have anything. It's just gonna help rejuvenate your skin using your own bodily liquids. It sounds really weird. The way PRP works is they inject. There's different methods, they have the one that's kind of like tattoo injections where they have a lot of tiny needles, and they also have like several injections in different parts of your face. Because they scar your tissue, your face with the plasma, it induces it to regenerate and makes it more plump and vibrant. So it would seem like PRP was the logical choice because it covered all the concerns that I had regarding my skin. So the benefits of PRP are anti-aging, it improves saggy skin, wrinkles, and elasticity, and tightens pores. It also whitens your skin, like if you have pigmentation, and also helps with like dark circles if you have those issues as well. So for me, because most of the troubled area was around my cheeks, because that's where I had like a lot of the acne scars from my past pimples and my current ones, that's where they did most of the injections, around this area of my face. So the third injection that I got was a volite injection, and it's pretty much similar to PRP, but they use low molecular hyaluronic acid, and I really love anything that has hyaluronic acid because it's really good for dehydrated skin and brightening skin and tightening skin. So I felt like, again, it was a really logical choice for me to go with. The benefits of that injection are, skin texture, pores, fine wrinkles, skin elasticity. It moisturizes your skin and also induces your skin to generate collagen. Now, the last treatment that they did is a CO2 laser, and that was for my mole. A CO2 laser is used for moles, scars, age spots, skin tags, tattoos, and like a bunch of things. I think it's a selective laser where it's not like a laser for your entire face. It's for like things that you want to get rid of on your face or skin. It's a very short procedure. There was pretty much no like after care for it. I didn't feel any pain afterwards when they removed my mole. It was pretty smooth skin, and I just had to wear a bandage. So those 4 treatments were the ones I did on the second day, and when I woke up, I literally had like the best nap of my life. I didn't feel anything. I was like, oh, are we finished? Like, yeah, everything went well. You're good to go. You can leave whenever you feel up to it. Eugenia was with me and she was like, okay, let me know when you're ready. She had all my stuff with her because I was still a little out of it. I was still a little drowsy. So I was kind of like afraid that I would forget something, but I didn't because she made sure I didn't. We got in a cab. She made sure that she walked into my hotel door because in case there were some complications or side effects or who knows, right? Like just to be safe, they gave me a whole care package, ID clinic, and they gave me 3 creams, which is antibiotic cream. They gave me a bruising cream and a deswelling cream. They had everything in envelopes for each treatment and what to do after for the next coming days. So that was really, really convenient for me. The funny thing about all those treatments was they told me that I would have a lot of swelling and bruising, but I find that my face actually reacted really well to it. I only had mild swelling, kind of made me look like younger and like I had like a baby face. I had just a little tape for the CO2 laser where my mole was, but that tape literally looks like, those acne or pimple tapes that people wear, like those little patches. So it literally looked like that. And when I went out, I actually went out to a club the next day because it was my friend's birthday, and I was like, can I take off the patch? It feels like my skin's fine, it's healing. And they're like, I wouldn't. So it's okay if you go out in the patch, like no one's gonna know, everyone wears it in Korea. And I was like, you're right, it's dark, it's fine. So I go out, I do my makeup around it, and no one noticed. Like, I've seen a businessman wear it on his forehead. I've seen a girl who was working at a store wear it on her chin. Like, it's totally normal in Korea, so I didn't feel weird. And I was so shocked that I could actually go out the next day to a club. What they did say was you are not allowed to use harsh exfoliators for at least a week, and you're not allowed to really like rub your face hard, even with a foam cleanser. But they said I can wash it, I can do regular stuff, just be really gentle with it. So my third day of treatment for the deswelling treatment, it was about 5 days after the second treatment. So I chose it right before my flight, like the day before, and I told them that I want to be on the plane with a fresh face. I felt much safer going there closer to the date of my departure. Okay, so I'm here for my third and final session. I'm getting a deswelling treatment for my skin. I'm still wearing a little bandage from the laser treatment that I got done there to get the mark removed. So that's why I have that thing there. So again, I went there wearing makeup. They removed my makeup, did the whole aromatherapy. They did that every single time, so that was awesome, like a mini little facial. They used a radio frequency treatment, which was really awesome because it's like this really cool tool that has like a metal or glass tip, and they just massage it on your face. After they did that for about 30 minutes, they used regeneration light therapy, which is like the red LED light again, to help my skin regenerate and heal properly. And after that, they did that cooling mask pack again, the one where I felt claustrophobic and conquered that fear. Right after that, they did moisturizer, asked me if I wanted sunscreen, which I did because it was still daytime. And then they gave me a few of their ID aftercare masks that I can wear, like those sheet masks. So they also told me that the Ulthera treatment would take about 1 month for the results to start showing. And every month it would go tighter and lift more and more because it lasts from a year to a year and a half. So obviously it's one of those long-term treatments. So I was really excited for that. They also told me to message them if I had any problems or questions. I also had Docfinder I could message anytime and they can contact the clinic for me. So that was also really good. So the next day I packed everything. My skin felt really smooth. I was not worried about the airplane air, damaging my skin. I was really excited for it. Excited to go home and be able to wear makeup and not be insecure and worried about my skin. I was so self-conscious before, and right away I saw a difference. Even if my skin still has the pigmentation from the acne scars, that's where I'm gonna go next time, and I'm gonna battle that. But right now, the texture itself is incredibly smooth. It's like, I'm actually shocked at the results. Would I recommend it to everyone, my family, my friends? Yeah, I think if you guys are actually suffering from acne and you've tried everything, if you're able to take a trip to Korea and go visit ID Dermatology and speak to a consultant and see if what they offer you is right for you, I would definitely recommend it because the before and after speak for themselves. Like, it's insane. It's night and day. I'm really happy. I almost forgot this thing that I wanted to mention because, as I mentioned before, I wanted to do the 10-step Korean skincare routine. They also have their own cosmetics department, like their skincare line, and it's called ID2AZ, and that's why I have all this stuff here. I went on a little shopping spree and I bought a bunch of their stuff. I got I got their brightening mask, their tension plaster mask. That's pretty much, you put this it looks like a needle and an injection, but you pretty much put the liquid on your face and then you put this on top and you let it stay for 40 to 50 minutes, and it visibly lifts your skin. So they have two lines, a white line and then the black line. The black line is pretty much for the anti-aging, lifting. So it's called the face fit line, and they have lifting emulsions, they have toners, they have, you see they even have the black line mask and then the white line mask. They have their own creams, and then they have these things. They're really cool. They look like injection needles. Because I'm a graphic designer by trade, I am obsessed with packaging. So when I saw their packaging, I was like, this minimalism, this modern design, everything was, and the way it feels, it's it feels expensive and it's heavy. It's a glass bottle. I was obsessed. And then I saw these things and they look like syringes. And I was like, oh my God, this is an actual injection that you can do at home. They're like, no, it's like a serum. You open it So this is the minus ampule, and this is the gold one I put on the really like deep lines on like my T-zone or my smile lines, and it's supposed to visibly lessen the wrinkles. And then the plus line you use for like your under eye dark spots. It kind of like brightens your face. So that's really cool concept. I'm like super upset. I've been using it since I got back from Korea, so I really love these things. Another two products that I'm really obsessed with are the, I really recommend this for you guys. If you can't even do like the Altero facelift, it's called the Face Fit V Fiddler Ampule. So this is for the V face. If you guys know about Korean beauty, they're obsessed with the V shape line. So anything that like kind of lifts and tightens here, they will be using. And this is the T Fiddler, which is for your T-zone. It's pretty self-explanatory. So I use this one on my chin and jaw, and I just like massage it in. And I also have one of those rollers that I just like roll it in. And then I use the T one for my like frown wrinkle, which I like always get really badly. So I'm always concerned about the laugh lines and then the frown line. After that is absorbed, I use a serum. I either use another serum from their white line, or I use their lifting emulsion. I usually do the black line like every night, so the lifting works while I'm sleeping. If you use the emulsion, you don't really need the serum because it's kind of like this similar effect. And then after the emulsion, you can use moisturizer. Right after moisturizer, make sure you guys wear sunscreen, because that's one of the main tips I have found from every Korean person I've spoken to. So I hope this information was helpful to at least some of you guys. If you guys have any questions about anything I talked about, please put it in the comments below. I'll try my best to answer it and help you guys out. All the places and things I've talked about, I'm gonna put the links in the description below, so you guys, you have the official links if you're interested and curious about it, and you can do your own research. If you tried PRP or any of the treatments that I've tried, again, let me know. I'm really curious to know about your experiences with all these things, all the treatments that I've done. Also, please let me know if you guys are interested in more videos like this, about fashion, beauty, skincare, because I have tons of content on it. I have so many things I tried that failed, that worked. So yeah, please let me know and give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I love you guys so much. Bye!